Hi guys, this one's today's for men out there who might be looking or interested in finding a Filipina as their partner. So I'm going to give you a few ideas on where you may meet a Filipina, because you might be sitting there at home wondering, well, you know, I'd like to explore that opportunity, but how the hell do I, even meet one? Where do I find them? So I'll give you a few tips around that, a few suggestions. In the old days, going back 30 years or so ago, if you wanted to meet someone from a foreign country, it would be pretty much, pen pals, that sort of stuff, where you'd be writing letters back and forward. Letters would take, a month, 6 weeks to get there, and then a month, 6 weeks to get back. And it was an extremely slow process. And hence, very few people actually did that. Had that long distance relationship type thing and ended up marrying someone from another country. Now with the advent of internet, computers, all this sort of stuff, where most people now have a computer, even in some of the poorer countries in the world, they still have a computer or access to a computer through computer shops, all this sort of stuff, internet cafes, all that sort of thing. That's by and large, that's the starting point, I guess, where you might want to look. Like for me, it was I was looking on a Facebook group, around the Philippines, where I met my now wife. At first, I was just a bit curious about how I might find somebody or talk to somebody, find out a bit more about their country, all that sort of thing. Just maybe make a friend or whatever. But it obviously progressed and went into more than that. So. Yeah, Facebook groups can be good for that, but you've still got to be very careful, because a lot of scammers hide out in those Facebook groups. So if you haven't seen my video on scammers, check it out. And the online scams in the Philippines, and just general scams in the Philippines as well. Second place people obviously go to these days, big business dating sites. So and they can be good. They can be good. Like, I'm an affiliate for Christian Filipina. I don't say that, I won't say that they're 100% foolproof, but as far as the ones I've seen, they're pretty good. So that's why I'm an affiliate, because I do recommend them. People use that as a starting point. Have a look, and go from there. I'll put a link below for the affiliate site for the Christian Filipina if you want to check it out. By all means, go and have a look. It costs nothing to have a look there. But that's not for everybody. Not everyone wants to do the online dating site type of thing. So if that's not for you, if the Facebook groups and the online dating thing is not for you, and you like to actually see people in person, then the other thing is obviously hop on a plane, go across to the Philippines, and try and meet a woman there. Now, as a Western man, you won't find too many problems in meeting women, or they'll be open to actually, a lot of women there will be open to actually have a chat to you, as long as you're not, doing it in a creepy way, and you be yourself. So the places to obviously think, or things you can actually do is, what I think is a good idea is maybe go to places like shopping centres, or parks, where there's a lot of people around, and wait till you see a particular woman that might catch your eye a little bit, and just watch, and do it in a non-stalking way, but just watch and see how she acts. She might be with her friends, she might be with by herself, but just watch how she acts, how she holds herself, how she might converse with people. If she's looks like she's a bit snooty or not friendly or whatever, because then you're actually watching the real person in action. There's no pretense about it. She doesn't know you're watching. There's no pretense. You'll get an idea and a feel for that girl, and get an idea of her personality and things like that. And if you like what you're seeing, then maybe go up to her and say, look, I've just noticed you. I'm just wondering if you'd like to have a cup of coffee or something like that. I'd like to get to know you a little bit more. And if she's open to that, then of course, your first couple of, let's call it dates, would be in a public place, get to know each other a little bit more. And if things are going well there, you know, and by the way, don't be afraid to ask the tough questions of her, because, you know, you don't want to dive into her personal history straight away, but ask some questions, you know, that she would like to, that you would like to know. Don't be scared to actually ask something because you think, oh, you know, I don't want to upset her or whatever. You know, if you've got a genuine question that you're curious about, throw it out there and see what the response is, and you get an idea from her response on how if she's being open and honest, you know, with you, which is always a good thing. But as I said, you know, let the dust settle first. Have that couple of coffee dates before you might get right into the difficult questions. You know, don't be in a hurry. Of course, you know, you can't be in a hurry with a relationship or any relationship. Take your time, get to know her. You know, get to know her family. You know, after you've, you know, had a few dates with her, maybe go and meet her parents, go and meet her family, meet her co-workers, meet her friends, meet as many people as you can, because that gives you a great insight into who she is. And you know, you get a lot of information from the friends and family and co-workers. Believe me, they will let you know a lot of things. So take your time to do that. Now, obviously the restriction with going to the Philippines is that you have to come home again. So you're on a time limit. But it's important in that time limit not to rush things. Don't rush it and say, oh, I've only got 3 weeks or 2 weeks, so I've got to get this relationship rolling by then and before I go home. No, you don't. You can go home, you can come back in 3-4 months' time. You can keep in contact these days on the computer, through Facebook, you know, video, through Skype, whatever means you like. There's plenty of avenues to still keep that relationship going and finding out more about each other. And as I've said in a previous video, when you're in a long distance relationship, you actually do focus more on the person than you do on the physical attraction. You actually find out a lot more about each other in a shorter time through long distance relationships. So when you combine that with the, you know, going back and forward, you're actually getting the best of both worlds, and you're actually you know, increasing your chances, I believe, of a successful relationship down the track. So you can come home, you can go back again, and if it's meant to be, you know, the two will wait for each other, and as the relationship grows, who knows where that will lead. But there are a few different tips that I've got. You know, if you're not into the whole dating sites or Facebook groups, then go over and have a look around the Philippines. See what it's about, the place. You know, even if you don't meet anyone or anyone you like, you're going to have a great vacation, and you can do it fairly cheap as well. It's not that expensive to go to the Philippines, let me tell you. So, but anyway, yeah. So that's about it. That's a few bits of advice that I've got there, or a few tips around where to meet or how to meet a Filipina. So if you've got any questions you'd like me to answer, put them below. Hit the like button, of course. Share the video with people that may or may not be interested. Share it with everyone. Just whack it out there. And hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And if you haven't got the notification bell on, make sure you turn that on too, because we've got heaps of stuff coming out. Every 2 days we post a video. And when we're in the Philippines, it might even be more than that if we can get a decent connection. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Take care. Bye for now.